Hey guys, welcome to another vlog. I am back home. I miss the lake house, I miss my friends, but it's good to be home. It was good to see my husband, of course. It was great to see Butters, little Miss Butters. I don't think she cares. I don't think she gives a shit. I think she like kind of popped her head up when I came in and I was like, Butters. She was like, No excitement, no extra tail wagging, but that's okay. Anyway, I am getting ready for the day. I've got to go get my nails done because it's been since way before I left for the East Coast. And then I actually have to take a tour of a podcast studio. Anyway, I'm just gonna do my skincare and tell you what's going on over there. I'm still using my Dew products, the Deliverance Trinity Serum and their Angel, I'm calling it like the Angel Lotion. What is it called? Instant Angel Lipid Rich Facial Moisturizer. So I'm gonna throw those on. So, as you guys know, I just started a podcast with my friend Sarah, and she lives out in Jersey, as you guys know, or if you don't know, she lives in Jersey. So we did research, of course, before we started, and it was very, very evident that there were, one, a lot more podcast studios in Vegas, and two, they were much cheaper. So of course we debated, are we gonna even use a studio? Will we just like film ourselves over Zoom? And I felt really strongly about being, at least for the first few episodes, being in person. So long story short, she was planning on flying out here late next week, and we were gonna use the same studio that we used for our first few episodes, but there was just a communication snafu, and the studio that we're using is not available. So I'm quick trying to find another studio that we can use, and hopefully one of these will turn out because like I just said, there are quite a few here in Vegas. It is just a matter of, I think like the rooms that they have set up, whether they're to our liking, and also the fees. Not that there's like a huge, I think they're all kind of competitively priced, but some are a little bit more, some are a little bit less, but it's like, you know, we're willing to pay more if we're gonna get more. So anyway, I'm going to tour Sin, I think it's just called Sin City Podcast. I'm gonna tour them this afternoon. So anyway, I am just going to basically gel my hair back because I am hot. It's still very hot here in Vegas, and I don't have too much time to fuss with my hair. So I'm just gonna gel it back and maybe do like a low pony. I don't know, what's my hair saying to me today? Yeah, like maybe a mid pony? A mid pony. All right, I almost forgot to put on sunscreen. I'm gonna throw on my Clé de Peau UV protective cream. Okay, all right, let's go get dressed. Well, it's super easy to get ready for getting my nails done because I have to make sure that I can lift up, you know, my skirt or whatever I'm wearing at the bottom so it doesn't get wet when I get my pedicure. So I just threw on this white linen Cos short sleeve dress. You guys have seen this 1,000 times. And then I don't even put on much jewelry because I don't want to wear my rings, you know, otherwise it gets the dust all over. So I'm just going to throw on some earrings. These are those new spiral earrings from Luna. And then I am going to grab my new MCM Lenny Extra Large Shopper. I am working with MCM on this video, so a big, big thank you to them. You guys saw me use this while I was in New York. This makes a great travel bag. I love that I can hold it in my hand and it doesn't like drag on the floor, but the handles are big enough that I can wear it on my shoulder. It is the perfect size for like errands. I just love it. It's light, it has contrast lining on the inside. There is a small D-ring closure here, so if you don't want your bag like gaping open, you can just close it there, but it's still easily accessible. And it's got these two front pockets, which are so great. They close magnetically, so super easy. They just snap shut. And these fit your phone, passport, if you do decide to travel with it. I just love that it's durable, it's light, it's so practical, and it fits a ton. This is such a great carry-on. I actually use this on my way home as my carry-on, and it was so great. It was so easy. What I also love about it is that it does have this flat bottom here, so it stands up. So when I just put it on the counter, let's say I just like ran a couple errands, I bought a few things, I threw them in the bag. This happened quite a few times actually when I was at the lake house. I can just throw it on the counter and like easily like go through here and take stuff out. So I love the design of this. So I have it in the black monogram Vasettos canvas. You can see the monogramming in this colorway, the black colorway. It's very subtle, but there's two other colorways that comes with, the MCM, like their iconic cognac, which I was very tempted by, but I thought the black maybe would fit into my wardrobe a little bit better. I've been loving this. And they do also have a really fun blue. It's almost like a cobalt blue, but it's a really nice bright, I would consider it a neutral. So those are the three colorways. This Napa leather trim, I think, really adds to the durability of the bag. And then their hardware, like this guy here, is 24 karat gold plated brass. So I love those little details. So of course, I'll leave a link down below my description box to this extra large Lenny shopper, and of course to the MCM site. I've been really, really loving their bags. They have a couple of boutiques here in Vegas. I've always been tempted by one of their bags, and I'm so happy to have this in my collection now. So anyway, I'm going to use this bag today because perfect day. I'm going to be running around, running errands. So anyway, let's go downstairs. I'm going to add stuff to this bag so you can see what I can fit in here. There's going to be room for lots more, but I'll show you what I'm carrying today. Okay, another good reason why I like that it stands up, because when I'm throwing stuff in here, it's great. It doesn't like fall down or whatever. It's just super convenient. First things first, water bottle. I actually picked up this bottle when I was traveling home. Isn't that cute? I love it. I've got my iPad, which I like to bring with me, especially when I'm getting my nails done, because I can sit there and do some work when she's working on my toes. I do have my notebook to take notes when I go to the podcast studio. A pen, of course, lip balm, never leave home without it. My phone, which I'll probably have in my hand, but it does fit in this front pocket really easily. And of course my wallet, which fits in the other pocket super easily. And I'm not the biggest fan of eating, processed protein like this, like a pure protein bar, but I am going to be out and about, and it is better than getting really, really hungry and then reaching for junk food, which is kind of my MO. So I'm going to toss this in the bag. And that is what I'm bringing along with me. And look at how much more room there is. I feel like it is a deceptively large bag. So here it is, stuffed with all my things on my shoulder. Sits so comfortably, doesn't slide off. I love that, especially when I was traveling. It never budged. So good. And I forgot two things. My headphones. So I like to always bring headphones in case I want to listen to something I'm in public. It's just easier if I've got my headphones. So I'll stick those in my front pocket, and car keys. That would help, right? Okay, let's go get my nails done. Well, hello. I just got my nails done. I just went back to my walnut brown, of course, on my hands. But on my toes, I don't need to show you because I just got clear. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know. Sometimes I want a matchy-matchy, and then sometimes I'm like a dark polish on toes just makes me feel like my feet are dirty. Is that weird? Does anyone else feel like that? Anyway, I just drove over to Sin City Podcast, so I'm here for my little studio tour. Hopefully they'll let me take some footage so you guys can see. Also, so I can show Sarah, who is obviously not here and able to make this tour. And I also just got off the phone with Plucky Sarah, my knitting partner Sarah. And we've got a lot of stuff cooking for this fall, so very excited. I'm overwhelmed, but excited all at the same time. So it's just been a very, very active day already. Okay, let's head on in. Hi, I'm back from my podcast studio tour. That was different. That was really different from our first studio that we used. So, for any of you out there interested, we first went to Level 9 Studios, which was great. Scott is the proprietor, and wonderful, great guy, really sweet, patient, knowledgeable, good vibes, really, really good guy. The reason why we're not using him again is because he is actually going to be out of town doing an on-site situation. So anyway, his studio was not available. Sarah's coming into town to film, and yeah, we had to find, sorry, is the lighting okay? We had to find a place to do this. So this Sin City podcast is great, very different sort of operation. It's much larger than Scott's, which I guess I don't know, you could say it's more professional. That's not a word I want to use though, because Scott was very professional. It just was a bigger operation. And I think we're gonna go with them. It's a completely different setup. The rooms are so much bigger than they were at Scott's. Scott's were, you know, very cozy, very intimate, which I kind of liked. But this was, you know, it's just a different setup. So since this is so new, so new, all of this is so new to me and Sarah, we're gonna give this studio a shot, I think. They're gonna let us know what their availability is. Of course, that's important. Also their rates. I was asking for some locals discounts, also for like bulk, you know, bulk booking discounts, because we do like a lot at one time. So anyway, we'll see, but hopefully that happens because she's coming next week and we really need to nail this down. So, and sorry if I'm repeating, sorry, I have a cough drop in my mouth because my throat's been really dry ever since I got back into town. I think my body has to like reacclimate to like the super dry climate here, but I digress. So yeah, so we just had like a communication snafu with Level 9 Studios, which is why Sarah had booked her flight and everything, but then afterwards we realized he wasn't available. So it was like a hiccup in our planning. So that's why we're kind of like scrambling and trying to find a new podcast studio, at least for this go around. But I think they should work out fine. There were a lot of people there. Which very interesting. So they had like a really fun, much more like fun kind of bustling vibe, where Level 9, our original studio, was, yeah, it was just like more chill, like super calm, which I like. But this was fine too. This was fine. So anyway, that was fun. That was really fun. I always love, like, you know, meeting people here in Vegas, and they're always like, oh, where are you from, or whatever. Because most people aren't like OGs of Vegas. So yeah, but I wanted to, sorry, I'm like walking in circles here. I wanted to open up a box. I completely forgot I ordered this. I need a box cutter, hold on. Finally, one was hiding out in my filming room. Okay, so when I was at Matthew and Mark's place at the, I almost said at the house. Yeah, it was a house, Michelle. At the lake, they, of course, you know, they got new furniture and everything, and they had these new pillows on their new couch, and I really, really liked them. I was like, where'd you get these? And he said, Crate and Barrel. So I went online, they were having a sale, I think it was like a Labor Day sale, and I ordered some pillows because we need new pillows in our TV room. First of all, the pillows I have are just, they're very, very old. I have like 2 smaller ones, and then the 2 bigger ones, the 2 Chanel ones, Butters is just like all over them. She's like biting them or whatever. And I'm like, I should put these like in a safer place. I was like, let me get some more like Butters friendly pillows. So I don't know, hopefully these will work. But I also don't have enough pillows for that area because I have those 2 Chanel pillows on one couch, and then I have no pillows on the other couch. So anyway, we'll see how these work out. And if they're good, then maybe I'll order more, but I've already forgotten like what I ordered. Oh, okay. So I got 2 pillow forms, and then there's 2 cases down there, and then this one came with the case. Okay, this looks nice and fuzzy. All right, I'm gonna bring these over to that room. So I've got these 2 pillows, and you see the embroidery? I don't know if you can see. Butters is just completely like fucked it up. Also, this embroidery is really rough, so these aren't like super comfortable pillows. Every time we sit down, we like flip them around. My husband hates these. So I think it's time for these to go. I got these probably, I wanna say 20 years ago. I got these at an outlet. I don't even remember where. But yeah, I think it's time for me to say goodbye to these. These have lasted through 2 different dogs who like to just hang out on these pillows. Butters likes to hump these pillows. So yeah, it's time for these to go. Hey Butters, you come and check out your new pillows? You have to promise Mommy you won't hump these. Are you going to hump these? We'll see, I'm sure she will. Okay, let's open these guys up. And I think if I like these, I'll probably get 2 more, because yeah, I need 2 to replace these Chanel ones, and then 2 for this couch that's facing this, and then 1 for each of these chairs. I don't know if these chairs need them. It's more like for decoration. Maybe I'll get like little lumbar ones for the chairs. Okay, sorry. Just workshopping this in front of you. These actually came from CB2. Apologies. I think I said Crate and Barrel. I mean, they're related, but this was from CB2. I like the color, and this very subtle boucle is very soft, which is nice. A nice change from that embroidery. That embroidery, my husband was like, why did you get these? They're so rough. I'm like, they were pretty, I don't know. And we've had them for so long. They're like this long-standing joke. Anyway, okay, so I've got these pillows. Now these are very, not very like smushy, but maybe I'll just have to break them in. They're very like spongy, but I think the color is good. Butters, what do you think? Like staring at it. I think the color is good. Yeah, I like that better than the black and white Chanel. Those I think I'll bring upstairs, maybe to our bedroom or maybe to one of the guest bedrooms or something. But yeah, I've never really liked them here. They just like really stuck out. They didn't like meld with the decor down here, so it'll be nice to kind of get rid of those. And I think these are, does it say? Yeah, they're 20 by 20, these pillows. Yeah, I think that color works. And that color actually is very similar to my bar stools over there, so that's good. Some of their pillows are like that, and then some of them are, I don't know. Anyway, I ended up getting these pillow covers, and I couldn't tell from the site if these were soft or if I was gonna run into the same issue because they have this woven effect, so we have to see. Oh yeah, these are much smoother. Oh, thank God. Oh yeah, they're raw silk. Raw silk yarns are hand woven to create this luxe throw pillow. Slubby texture brings unique dimension to the rich tones. Now Butters, you're gonna have to be careful with, you scratchy baby? You itchy? Look at her, so cute. You have to be careful with your nails on these, okay? I hope they're still having their sale because I think I do need to purchase more of these pillows. But I do like them. But this would actually be nice, like 2 at each corner, so I'd need to get another set of these and then maybe some lumbar ones for these chairs back here. I feel like I'm constantly buying pillows and they're never enough. Do you guys feel that way? Is that how like people end up with a gazillion pillows on their bed? I don't have that situation going on upstairs, but I can definitely see how that can happen. And I did get the down alternative because I don't know, unpopular opinion, I really don't like down like comforters or down inserts because the feathers end up coming, like poking and coming out of the material. I really don't like that. And then of course you run the risk of someone being allergic to down. And I was taking a guess that the little accent color in the silk was close to that, and I think they are. Oh, I think this is a good match. I'm so excited. Yes. You know, shopping online really is just, you know, it's like a spin of the roulette wheel. You never know. Okay, what do you think? I really like the colors. And the bar stools I was talking about that match these camel colored pillows are these guys over here. Yeah, so it kind of carries over into the TV area. Now, I just have to show you, I have to say, I am very impressed with the quality of these Chanel pillows because we use them as pillows. And like I said, Butters is like all over them. And not one pill or anything. Not one pill, not one loose fiber or anything. They still look really, really in great shape. Here's the other side. Don't they look great? And we really beat them up. I really just, yeah, I just use them like normal pillows. So pretty impressed, I have to say. Well, that's very satisfying. There's another thing I have to talk about. I don't think I've talked about this yet, but I just had some, and it is this protein powder. So Plucky Knitter Sarah, I love how that's how I'm going to refer to her from now on. Plucky Knitter Sarah actually turned me onto this protein powder because we were talking about how grossed out we are by just regular powder. I'm like, no matter what flavoring they put into it, chocolate, peanut butter, or whatever, like those flavors cover up pretty much anything, yet I still can smell, not taste, well, maybe a little, but smell that like whey protein, which grosses me out. So she got this and she was like, you have to try it. And I was like, lemonade? I was like, is that lemonade? This is incredible. So this is grass-fed whey, and it just tastes like lemonade. There is no flavor or smell of the whey at all. This is like a dream come true. So just had to mention this. Here are the nutrition facts. So per 1 scoop, which is what I throw into my little shaker bottle, and it does say to shake, not stir. Actually, it says, this is it right up here. Shake, don't stir. So I use like that shaker bottle. 80 calories, no fat, no carbs, 5 milligrams of sodium, and 20 grams of protein. 30 grams of calcium, 20 grams of, I'm sorry, I'm saying grams, but calcium is 30 milligrams, potassium is 20 milligrams. It's so good. And on top of it all, it is female founded, which is even better. Thank you so much. Whoever you are that started Grams, just thank you. Thank you so much. But I love this. Absolutely love this. I now have this on auto ship. Let me sit down for a second here. Let me relax a little. I feel like I've been running around all day, you know, and I don't know if you guys can hear it in my throat. I'm like kind of losing my voice, but I'm not sick. I don't know what's happening. I'm wondering if it's me coming from the lake area to the super dry climate, like my body's reacclimating to the desert. Oh God. The day that I am filming this, it is Matthew's birthday. And I've mentioned this before, but I go out to his lake house the last couple weeks of August and stay over Labor Day because his birthday is always around Labor Day. But Labor Day was so early this year that I didn't actually get his birthday. But no matter, he is turning 50. Can you believe it? I can hardly believe it. Our young Matthew is 50 years old. But we are going to Japan to celebrate his 50th. Can you believe it? So we are going to be there, towards the end of October. And we kind of spent a lot of, not a lot, but we spent a few hours here and there kind of planning it out. So it's going to be my husband and I, Mark and Matthew, obviously, and then our friend Brady, whom you've seen on my vlogs and everything. Just so excited. So it's going to be the 5 of us. So excited to be going. I haven't been to Japan since 2019, and that was my first time there. And I was like, oh, I got to go back. And my friend that I went with, Melissa, we were even talking about going like that next year. She was like, I will totally come back here. But then, you know, the pandy hit, 2020 happened, and all travel stopped. And yeah, and you know, Matthew has been talking about what he wants to do for his 50th for a while. And for a long time, it was a safari in Africa, which I was totally down for. And then he had some other ideas, which I can't remember right now. But he finally landed on Japan. And I was like, let's fucking do it. I'm so excited, so excited. We're gonna hit Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka. I am going to try and vlog. Of course, I'm gonna ask them, like, you know, are they okay with me filming? Because you never know. You never know if people are kind of uneasy, and we're gonna be on vacation. I want everyone to be comfortable, so we'll see. I will at least vlog a little bit, but I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited for that, and to celebrate Matthew, who is just really just one of my dearest friends. I hold him very, very close to my heart. So I'm so excited to be able to do what he wants to do, which is go to Japan, which I'm down for. So excited. So those were the big plans that we were kind of hemming and hawing over while we were at the lake house. And we pretty much have it nailed down. We have our flights booked and we have all the hotels booked. I was like, okay, those are the biggies. I'm like, and then we're gonna be there. So we're kind of, you know, talking about like maybe in Tokyo one day getting one of those local tour guides for the day. I want to go Mario go-kart racing in the street. I don't know if it's racing, but like drive around in a go-kart. I think they do it in Tokyo. They also do it in Osaka, and I hear Osaka is actually a little bit more, I don't know about fun, but like manageable. You know, Tokyo is like so crazy. It's so populated. It's so popular there that I think it's a little bit easier to do in Osaka, so maybe we'll do it there. I don't think Matthew is down for that though, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see if he's okay with, I know Brady wants to do it, like me and Brady kind of sneaking off and doing that. But yeah, I want to do vintage shopping. So when I went in 2019, my friend Melissa and I, we had like not really a clear agenda what exactly we were doing. We had some things that we definitely wanted to hit. which we did. But other than that, we were like, let's just roam and like walk around. And it was so great. I mean, talk about the most perfect cities to like walk around in. And the reason why I wanted to go and the time of the year that we ended up going is for the Brush Festival outside of Hiroshima. And I got to meet Sonia G, and it was just such a fantastic time. So I have very fond memories of Japan. Very, very fond memories. So I'm very excited to go back. But that's towards the end of October. I've got a lot of travel before then. I'm going to be in New York before then. I am actually flying to Dallas for a Plucky Knitter Trunk Show. For you knitters out there, I'm going to be in Dallas. And the Dallas Fiber Festival, I think, is going on at that time. So it's a big deal. So there's going to be a lot of people there. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually make it out to any of the Fiber Fest stuff. I do love sheep. I love sheep. I would love to see any like sheep ranches or anything, or just like, you know, breed specimens or whatever. I would love to see that, but I don't know if I'll have time to do that. But yeah, but I will be in Dallas, and that's after Sarah comes to film the podcast. So I've got a really busy fall. I'm already thinking about Mishmas. I have to start thinking about Mishmas because it's going to be here before I know it, and hopefully I'll be able to keep it together and do Mishmas this year. It's a lot. It's a lot. I don't want to say I feel overwhelmed. I'm not at that point yet, but there's just a lot going on. I'm very excited, very, very excited, and it's just going to be so great. It's going to be so great. I can't believe that, was it just a month ago I was in Greece on a cruise? It's been wild. Has everyone's summer been okay? Is everyone okay out there? I feel like it's just been a whirlwind. I cannot believe it's September. I can't believe, you know, Labor Day is gone. If I was on the East Coast, it's just Labor Day is like, that's like hard stop, summer is over. I mean, not temperature-wise, obviously, but just like attitude-wise. It's like the summer's, we're back to business. Everyone's back to school, everyone's back at work, and everyone is like full steam ahead. And which actually, do you see all these PR packages? This like companies are just, I'm getting like emails and this, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. But definitely stay tuned for a PR haul. I will be doing that very, very soon because I got to get these boxes out of here. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. I wonder what that big one is at the bottom. I think that's from Grove. Oh, they're so nice. They send me like all of that like house stuff, like cleaners and stuff. It's so handy. Talk about like, that's like practical PR stuff. So nice. Anyway, I am going to get back to work. I've got a lot of stuff to edit and a lot of emails to sift through. I feel like I'm just, you know, catching my breath, having just got back from New York. But yeah, I'll be back in a bit. Erin. That plane was loud. Errand day continues. We're at Costco now. Good morning. I have very little voice in me. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to edit the sound when I'm editing this video because I feel like I'm gonna sound really, really quiet, but I don't have much of a voice, so I'm not gonna talk too much. I'm gonna try and let my voice rest a little bit, but I did want to continue this vlog. I'm enjoying my coffee. The hot liquid is actually feeling really nice on my throat. So today is going to be a day about Butters because we took her in for, I think it was just her annual. I think she just needed to get like
some shots, like Bordetella, since we take her to daycare, just like one of those appointments. But they do like a whole check, and they found a crack in her back molar. I'm actually not sure which one, but one of her back molars. And so they said that they really advise to remove it. I think they said either put a crown or remove it. And I was like, maybe let's just remove it because the food that I feed her is very soft. You know, whatever. We kind of went back and forth. Anyway, so I think what we're going to do is remove it. But today, what we need to do is take her in and get her blood work done. So her procedure is actually scheduled for in like 2 or 3 days. So anyway, we're getting her blood work done today just to make sure she's good to be, put under. She's going to get that taken care of. We're just going to finalize whether we're just going to pull or put a crown on. And then she's going to get her little teeth cleaned as well since she's put under. And I was like, is there anything else? Like, since she's under, is there anything else we need to do? But that's it. That's it. So that's what we're doing today. My poor little baby. This blood work, I think, is going to be more traumatic for her than the actual procedure because she hates getting her blood work done. She doesn't mind shots, but there's something about, I think she has like really sensitive, thin skin, and I think and I don't think she's very veiny. So I think when they try and get blood from her, I think it's very painful for her. So I'm just dreading it. I'm dreading the appointment today. And she usually doesn't mind going to the vet. So she won't know what's coming, hopefully. Oh, I just feel so bad. I feel so bad. But I'm going to have a bag full of treats ready to give her. So that's the big to-do today. But I do need to film. So I am going to rest my voice a little bit, but I do need to film. I got in some new Sisley makeup. So I think I'm going to film that. I also have a bunch of new stuff from Sephora that I ordered while I was at the lake house. So I think, I don't know. I'll see which one looks more exciting. It all looks exciting to me. So anyway, I'm going to go for now, but I will be back. Good morning, little baby. Oh, I just want to say I'm sorry for what's to come later. And so far, thank goodness, she has not humped or attacked the new pillows, which I'm happy about. She doesn't seem very interested in that.
Hello, I just finished filming a full face of Sisley makeup because I placed an order for 3 of their new products. They just came out with some eyeshadow quads, new loose powder, which I'm not sure whether or not it's like replacing their old loose powder, and a primer, a glow primer. And I really like, in case you missed it, I really like the powder as a finishing powder, not a setting powder. The eyeshadow quad is really beautiful, really, really nice. And the glow primer, I would definitely recommend to my dry skin sisters out there for sure. Or if, maybe I would say normal to dry skin, but it does have kind of a thick texture, and I'm not sure if my oily skin sisters out there would enjoy that. Even like the feeling of it, I'm not sure if they would enjoy. I don't know, it's hard for me to project because I don't have oily skin. Anyway, now I'm just kind of waiting to take Butters to her appointment. We've got about an hour. Baby, she's whining at me. I think she wants to play. But I've been playing around with my ring stack because, Luna was kind enough to send me some jewelry, just temporarily, not as gifts or anything. But she did send me this one, which I love. And I just discovered that it fits on my thumb. I was like, oh my gosh, amazing. And then this one I have been wearing on my thumb. And I have not worn thumb rings, I think, since college. I used to wear like a silver band around, can't remember, maybe my left thumb. And so I'm like, oh wow, well, I'm like, the 90s are back. So anyway, I've been playing around with those, and then she has these enamel coated ones. So I've been kind of playing around with the different colors. She has this color, a nude color, and then a rich chocolate brown color, which I've actually probably worn the most because it matches my nail color. But I thought, let me throw on this beautiful cream colored one. And then these two bands I usually wear on my left finger, and this one I usually wear on my my left hand, and this one I usually wear on my right hand, so I kind of just swap those around. Anyway, I'm just sort of playing around. And then this Chevalier ring, which is meant to be a pinky ring, I do wear this on my chain quite often, and I was like, oh, let me wear it as a ring again. So this is today's today's ring stack, but I'm kind of loving the thumb rings. Luna wears a thumb ring often, if not all the time, and yeah, she really inspired me. Okay, I just set up Butter's seat in the car, so I'm gonna put her in there and head on off to the vet to get her blood work done. Okay, we are back from the vet. Butters, you were a champ. You were a champ though, baby. You were a champ. So I misspoke. I think I said something about a crown earlier. I'm like, what? She's not a human. Anyway, the two options are root canal or an extraction, and they are not going to know for sure until they put her to sleep and they do like a close examination. So she's going to go in a couple days, and then when they go and examine, they're going to give us a call and let us know what they found, and we will make a decision at that point. But they were saying a tooth extraction or root canal if it's like serious. So hopefully it's not serious. I don't want her to have like the possibility of like an infected gum or anything. Anyway, oh, sweet girl. I know. I do love the fact that she will be getting a teeth cleaning because she definitely needs that. Well, all right. I think I'm gonna sign off here because I need to rest my voice. I don't know what's going on with my voice. I tend to think it's allergies, but it's never been this bad where this has happened. Okay. Anyway, a big thank you to MCM for working with me on this video. There she is, the extra large Lenny shopper. Love her. Just brought her to the vet also. And a big thank you to you guys, as always, for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Want to say bye, Butters? Want to say bye-bye, everyone? Bye.